Luke, the writer of Luke Acts, tells the story of Tabitha, a disciple brought back to life after prayer from the Apostle Peter. After she is washed and laid out in an upper room, Peter takes her hand and commands her to get up. Acts chapter 9 verse 36-42. In 7 verses, Luke presents Tabitha as much loved, and the miracle of her return to life leads many to believe. Version 42. Luke's terse account contains praise, humor, honor, sadness, joy and insights on the faith of the early church. Tabitha is so beloved and so essential to the life of her believing community in Joppa, a port city near the heart of modern Tel Aviv, that others cannot imagine life without her. Tabitha simply cannot stay dead. Her faithful community will not permit it. Throughout Luke's story, Tabitha remains silent. Luke speaks for her. In what could be considered a humorous touch, her only living actions are opening her eyes, seeing Peter, sitting up, being helped up by him, and being presented alive to the believers and widows. Luke honors Tabitha in the Bible. By silencing her, Luke honors her. Others give her accolades and loudly mourn her death. Version 39. Perhaps the best and truest praise one receives comes extemporaneously from others. This certainly applies to the treatment of Tabitha in the Bible. Luke introduces her with a double name, Tabitha and Dorcas. Version 36. The Aramaic and Greek mean gazelle. Perhaps the doubling shows her ministry to Jewish and Hellenistic believers, something noted earlier in Acts chapter 6 verse 1 and emphasized from chapter 10 on. If so, the placement of Tabitha's story serves as a transition in the fulfillment of Jesus' command to his disciples to be my witnesses in Jerusalem, and in all Judea and Samaria, and to the ends of the earth. Acts chapter 1 verse 8. Perhaps her name indicates a woman of energy, grace, beauty and quick movements. Robin Gallagher Branch has written several other Bible History Daily exclusive character studies. Read Judith, a remarkable heroine, Barnabas, an encouraging early church leader, and Anna in the Bible. Luke praises her as a disciple, Mathatria, who was always doing good and helping the poor. Acts chapter 9 verse 36. Her specific designation as disciple proves that Jesus had female disciples. In fact, there are 3 places where the words disciple or disciples include women. Acts chapter 9 verse 1-2, 36, 18-24-26b. Luke indicates that Tabitha took God's commands about society's most vulnerable seriously. Do not oppress the widow or the fatherless, the alien or the poor. Zechariah chapter 7 verse 10. See also Deuteronomy chapter 24 verses 17, 20-21. Ezekiel chapter 22 verse 7. James chapter 1 verse 27. Looking after the marginalized is one of God's characteristics, too, for God is shown in Psalm chapter 146 verse 8-9 as lifting up those bowed down, watching over the alien and sustaining the fatherless and widow. Luke is generally quite selective with his praise, heightening the value of the accolades given to Tabitha in the Bible. In addition to Tabitha, Luke Acts commends a few other notable characters. Consider these examples. Luke describes Zechariah and Elizabeth as upright in the sight of God. Luke chapter 1 verse 6. Joseph as a good and upright man from Arimathea. Luke chapter 23 verse 50-51. And Barnabas as a good man and full of the Holy Spirit and faith. Acts chapter 11 verse 24. Acts 9 highlights Luke's characteristic writing style with its balance of opposites. Luke pairs Tabitha's story of dying and being brought back to life with that of Aeneas, who is healed by Peter after being bedridden for 8 years. VV 32-35. Neither Tabitha nor Aeneas seeks a miracle. While visiting Lydda, Peter sees Aeneas and says, "Aeneas, Jesus Christ heals you." Version 34. Concerning Tabitha's death, the disciples of Joppa urge Peter to please come at once. V 38. Acts chapter 9 verse 131 tells of Saul's conversion, and verses 32-43 close and balance the chapter with stories about Peter. Like Peter, Saul becomes a great apostle of the faith. Seen another way, Acts 9 contains a man's miraculous conversion and a woman's miraculous restoration to life.